Check it out. It's your boy Bush. We about to get into some things, some serious things involving hip hop, some things involving the whole culture. You feel me? Afrika Bambaataa, Fat Joe. We also gonna get into that Taxstone situation. Troy Ave got a song said he won, haters I won, but who really won? Let's analyze that shit. But I just want y'all to check out the light news recap and go back and check out some of those videos where your boy spitting some real game. You heard? Go check them out though before we start. Watch this.
Be on the beats, on the beats.
I got money in my sleep, I could never be weak. I tell that hoe kiss my feet.
About to get on my dumb shit today.
I'm trying to see a mellow
spitting facts, you already know.
I fuck that hoe on the beach.
Spit facts today though. There's a lot of shit to talk about. Shout out to my boy EST. Shout out to all the supporters.
I got new clothes when I'm playing in the
y'all go check out my old videos, y'all. Let's get into this shit. Y'all know I spit some knowledge in every one of them videos.
He was just a family man living ride. Now you're looking in the tree for the snipers. Fuck on the hold and the sword to the neck. Take the bitch out, he just paid for the neck. Running distance with the speed for the check. Jump the misses with the seed for the check. But is he willing to bleed for the check? Get the whole hook.
It's a rainy day out here in New York.
Make a fuck for the check. Cock the shit back, make it sneeze even wet. City locked down, but the money still working. Hit the trap, do a lap, nigga serving. Now you looking at me like a whole other person. Run up on a real nigga, it's hurt. It's like the world see how I feel to be locked down. When I'm in my house, all you hear is a block time. That serious little nigga, we are not playing. He blow clips, nigga, we stop rounds. On lockdown, but I'm in the chips.
Butch about to spit some facts on y'all.
Run up in my crib, you gon' catch a clip.
James Hudson, my boy.
That a set trip. Back in the days, I used to make blocks. Now in my house, it's a Glock in the box. They just shot him at the Icon spot. Cali shot him at the Jack in the box. I used to roll with the rocks in my sock. Shut up and go in the spot where you cop. You in a snitch, you flip the block. Fucked around, hit the block and got popped. Get over the big.
You already know, getting money in our sleep. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the peoples, everybody. You feel me? Let's get into it. Hassan Campbell came back with a blast today. You know, he had several pages. His main page, he said it got demonetized. But it started with Fat Joe. Fat Joe had a lot to say because Fat Joe is friends with Afrika Bambaataa. Now, if you're familiar with Hassan Campbell, you know his claim to fame, not even his claim to fame, but he spoke his truth, I guess. Because with all the evidence, I'm starting to believe Hassan saying he was touched by Afrika Bambaataa as a kid. If you're a hip hop dude, oh my God, Afrika Bambaataa used to touch little boys? Like it's impossible, but really it's possible. You feel me? It ain't nothing impossible about that. But actually, Afrika Bambaataa is responsible, and he's behind the hip hop museum, hip hop thing going down. You know, the Bronx is home of hip hop. That's where hip hop was created. Afrika Bambaataa is from the Bronx. Afrika Bambaataa is a hip hop pioneer, whether you like it or not. So Hassan Campbell had a lot to say, and he damn near destroyed Afrika Bambaataa's legacy. But obviously, people are not believing him because now Afrika Bambaataa never been arrested, never been questioned about it. He's still on making moves. He's still considered a hip hop pioneer. You feel me? So basically, Fat Joe came out because Fat Joe got some stake. He got some stake in the Afrika Bambaataa in the museum. They saying it's $20 million invested, all types of investors. I'm sure Fat Joe got some money invested because he's a hip hop baby. You feel me? He out the Bronx. He always represented hip hop, and he's not a new school rapper by any means. Fat Joe been out for a long time. Fat Joe is familiar with the Zulu Nation. Fat Joe probably, should rub some shoulders with Afrika Bambaataa in the past. No doubt about that. So Fat Joe has some things to say. Hassan, I'm trying to put myself in his shoes if this shit really happened because I try to give my brothers the benefit of the doubt. And I'm it happened, but at the same time, it's conflicting because Hassan, from his mouth alone, he said he was 14, 15. The shit was still going on. So it's just hard to understand. But at the same time, if he was brainwashed from a young youth by a big gangster, Hassan claims Afrika Bambaataa is a Bronx OG gangster. He said he put hits on people, Zulu Nation, real gangster shit back in the day. You feel me? And the New York is where the American gang culture came from. But let's check in with Fat Joe. Let's see what he say. We're gonna analyze this shit because Fat Joe had a lot to say, and I'm starting to question this whole motives of the because because you can't, if you put money behind it and there's some dirt, expose the dirt, homie. You rich, you feel me? I know you want the museum to go down, but expose the dirt. So let's check this out real quick. Hold up.
And I talk about the shit nobody's gonna talk about. There's 3 founding fathers.
Of hip-hop.
Grandmaster Flash, Kool Herc,
Yep.
and Afrika Bambaataa of the Universal Zulu Nation.
Okay.
Now, Afrika Bambaataa
It's Fat Joe talking.
has shit like Soul Sonic Force. You know, there would not be no Luke from Miami or no bass music or booty music if it wasn't for everybody sampling Soul Sonic Force, Afrika Bambaataa.
That might be true. That might be true.
Beyond the Pioneer. Since I met the man, he was always stand up, always a nice guy. I'm not copping out. He was always about inclusion. He was always about, if you Asian and you love hip hop, if you white and you love hip hop, if you black, if you Latino.
He's speaking on Afrika Bambaataa right now.
It's inclusion. They would have these Zulu Nation anniversaries. This is where my brother would go, bring the cassette back, and how I learned about hip hop. Now, because we don't like these people, we have different things about them, we cannot exclude the history of hip hop music. We cannot change it to our like.
Well, it's not because we don't like them. It's not about likes or who like what or who like what. It's about the facts that's coming out is disturbing. They said he touched little boys. It ain't got nothing to do with who like him or not. But we trying to understand the facts and get down to the bottom of it. You feel me? So it's not a like contest and all that type of shit. But at the same time, we don't know the facts. And I really starting to lean towards Hassan because ain't no man gonna go admit this type of shit. You feel me? And not only Hassan, there's other people that say the same thing about homie. So let's not forget that.
If there's a new, because I asked my daughter the other day, what's the gender? She said, Dad, there's like 20, 30 genders now. Okay, so as you
see, I don't really rock with that. You feel me? I think it's 2 genders, male and female. But that's how, you know, that's how society working. That's what they want. And that's what the youth believe. My son will be mad at me for that. And he's not a homo, he's not gay or nothing. But he'll tell me, he'll try to educate me, Dad, there's many genders, because the schools specifically teach about that in the society. They teach the kids that instead of teaching them some real shit, some real history, some real facts, they teaching them the brainwash to change their mind, to change the future. You feel me? So I'm not really with that. There's only 2 genders in my book. I'm sorry. But
see, as time is going on and the world is progressing and the world is having different views of things, people who have a voice are starting to distort the facts. Now, I've been hearing for the last couple of years, like just before maybe like COVID, that there's rumors that Afrika Bambaataa was, you know, it hurts my heart to even say this. That's why I've never talked about it. But some people are accusing him of being a child pedophile.
It's just hard for me to believe that Fat Joe just now hearing this rumor. Fat Joe, you lying, homie. You lying, homie. You lying about that, man. It's just I can't believe you just now hearing that rumor when everybody came out during that campaign, when Star put that information out. Everybody from damn near everybody came out from that era, came out and said they heard rumors like that about this dude. So I think you really capping, Fat Joe. I think y'all in bed together because y'all got this hip hop museum going down. That's all gravy, but at the same time, you can't sell your soul because you want to see a project happen. We all love hip hop. We all want to see the museum go down, but we want to know the truth too, though. Let's not do that. Let's not make this man. Let's not victimize this man for what this nigga did to him because we don't know the truth. You want to believe him. We want to come on. Let's stick to it though.
Or somebody who used to play with the kids. I wasn't there. I never seen nothing like that. Now, I'm not discrediting anybody who's a victim or anybody who said this really
sound like you are
happened, that happened to them. I'm not trying to make you think I know and I was in his bed or I was in his room or I was around him to see stuff like that. Me, as a hip-hop fan, I only saw him at hip-hop functions, and he was a graceful man. And so I heard little rumors like this. It was news to me because I never seen nothing, never heard nothing. So I just said, let me mind my business and stay out of it, because if I don't know it, if I can't stay there, if I can't stand there.
When you are a figure, Fat Joe, like you are, from the Bronx, OG rapper, staple for hip hop, you know, you stand up for certain things, and we respect that. When you're a figure of hip hop and you hear somebody like that is doing things like that, it's your job to really investigate, homie. Ain't no, oh, I'm just mind my business and be quiet. Nah, you wrong for that. You're supposed to investigate, and then you go into business with them, with the museum, instead of trying to figure out what's really going on. You just admitted that you stayed quiet. When you heard these rumors, you stayed quiet. You ain't say nothing. That's a problem right there, man. That's a big problem, because certain people got to do it, or else who is going to do it? You feel me? You were supposed to be the one to do it. You're the main culprit to really analyze the situation. You see what KRS-One said. KRS-One, like, a lot of dudes been touched as kids, as little boys and all that. KRS-One might be one of them, because he had a lot of remorse for the whole situation, and he really didn't take it that serious. But when you, like Fat Joe, you're a big dude, Fat Joe, in the hip hop industry, and somebody like you were supposed to just ignore. You were supposed to really investigate and see what's going on in that situation, homie, for real. EST, what's good, my boy?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, shout out to the what's the name of the videos that you're gonna be doing? Checkmate, the checkmate clips. You feel me?
Checkmate clips, yes, sir.
You know, he's just gonna speak his mind. It's EST. He's this channel, so that's him speaking on it. But y'all check it out, Charleston White. But yeah, man, we just reacting to the Fat Joe. He said something about the whole Hassan Campbell and the Afrika Bambaataa situation. You know that, right. But we find out that Fat Joe's in bed with Afrika Bambaataa. You know, with the hip hop museum and things like that. A lot of money's involved. So now we wondering if this is like, if Fat Joe is, because to me there's all kind of ways of selling your soul, and this seems like a kind of way of selling your soul. If you're going to turn your eye to something like that, unless you are you know what I mean? Like, for your benefit of the museum, then there's a problem for me. You know what I mean? My boy James Hudson just said Bee Stinger. Bee Stinger was like one of the first ones. I don't know if you remember, but back when it all came out, he was one of the first ones to expose Afrika Bambaataa, also exposed Bambaataa. So Hassan is not the only one to come forward. Right. I call cap on Fat Joe, and I know what you mean by cap, because Fat Joe just said, I don't know nothing about that. I'm just now hearing about that. That's pure cap, if you know anything about it. But I don't know what you know about this situation and shit. You know what I mean?
I mean, he contradicted himself even in the video, because he stated he didn't know nothing about it. Then he said he heard rumors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he trying to stand on the fact of he ain't he don't have no proof. But my thing is, bro, this thing been going on for years, for decades, bro. You know what's going on.
You know what's going on. When big publications like Star and then all kind of people covered this, all kind of YouTubers, he know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. So that kind of made me, whenever you catch somebody in some type of lie, then it's hard to believe anything else. You feel me?
And then you mean to tell me you ain't in tune with people who still in the streets and telling you, hey, X, Y, Z. On top of that, Hassan made a good point. He said, so you ain't around when all this rumors going around and all the shit going on, but you around when the $20 million museum going on. That's when you want to pop up, when it's glitz and glory. But when the pain getting put in, you don't want no parts of it. I don't know nothing. But bro, this is the thing. We can't rush to statue somebody and they got stuff like that going on, especially when there's kids involved.
Yeah, not at all. And at the same time, the way Fat Joe say, when I heard the rumors, he said something like he just heard the rumors and he just decided to mind his business and not worry about it. but then at the same time, you going into business with them basically and making a museum. These type of things make you go, wait a minute.
Right.
This dude, that's why a lot of people don't need to be in the public eye like as much as they are, because Fat Joe is showing all kind of inconsistencies, and it seemed like he really just would do anything to get that museum off by any means necessary. You feel me?
I mean, they using him as a pawn because really he ain't got nothing to do with it. And if he don't, he probably don't know. But you gotta kind of do research before you stand next to anything when it comes time to public, museums, kids, bro. You can't stand next to anybody. You gotta do your due diligence. So nah, but see, I kind of feel sorry for him. But if he don't know what's going on, but if you just doing it because it's money in a museum when these kids don't care about the history, bro,
They don't give
they
a
don't
fuck
care about
about
that.
that.
They don't care about that, bro.
Nope. So I don't know how that's. I guess it's gonna make money as probably a tourist attraction if it's nice enough or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. But at the
Yeah.
same time, Joey Crack, man, who if he not talking and speaking on it and analyzing it, who else do we got as as a hip hop culture? Fat Joe is from the Bronx. Fat Joe been a hip hop star since the '80s. Fat Joe
Right.
is connected to Zulu Nation. Fat Joe knows everything, and I know he does. So if he's not looking at it, then who the fuck can we? Who do we have? You know what I mean?
They just holding on to that legend status, African Bambaataa, and that's the first part. Hey, okay, bro, but at the same time, once the kid shit pop up, that's done. Ain't no exceptions. Ain't no none of that. I don't give a fuck if he was the first dude who ever recorded a rap song in history. He's out of
Exactly.
here.
Exactly. Just like, and it's funny how KRS-One he shrugged it off. He said something like things go down and whatever. He said something like that. I can't recall the exact words, but Hassan wasn't happy and B Stinger, these people weren't happy about what he said. He kind of shrugged it off. But to me, KRS-One went through shelters. He went through like poverty. He went through real type of, so he probably been touched too. You feel me? But most
Yeah.
boys will never admit that type of shit. Most boys
Yeah.
will not even say nothing, speak on it. And he
Yeah. A
probably,
lot of them. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you feel me? Even
That's
Fat
his
Joe, like,
friend.
I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. I feel like they've been. If you don't see you probably been touched and you understood and you got to live with it. You still got these people in your life and you kind of like brushing it off like it ain't shit.
See, a lot of what I think with KRS-One, he that's his rap legend buddy, right? And you know how you endear somebody so much, but they got these skeletons that you probably don't want to kind of go into because you know you'll find some shit out you don't want to hear. So you kind of still hang on to the fact of he's a legend and this yeah, but still, bro, legends fuck up.
Legends
They
fuck up, man. Legends need to be accountable for it. You feel me?
and it's another thing. This another big problem. Even Charleston White said this. We idolizing these people too much, bro. We're talking about fuck the African Bambaataa shit. We're talking about him as a person, him as a man. That's what
Mm-hmm.
we talking about, and he having the influence. See, this is the big part. That whole Zulu Nation, it can get deep. So it's like we don't want to keep recycling pedophilia in the
Not at
neighborhood,
all.
bro.
Not at
So
all.
that's
Yeah.
another reason why.
Because and another thing about getting deep is there's customs and what do you call it, traditions of every
Hmm.
club, every gang, and if they used to that, then they used to that, and every gang look at themselves as different from everybody else. We like this because we ain't like y'all because of this or because of that. These little boys, he got these little boys coming up, or he had, I don't know, I'm sure now they own them or whatever, but it's something shady about the boy. He don't got no kids. Afrika Bambaataa never had, you know what I mean? All kind of weird stuff with him when you really analyze his life. But at the same time, he had these little boys thinking, "Oh, this is the way it's supposed to be," type of shit. You feel me? And that's the crazy part. So I kind of believe these dudes, man. I cannot. When you smell it and it's fishy, then
Hmm.
there's some fish in the building. Shit. You feel
I
me?
mean,
So,
and Hassan saying he moving different. He about to start uploading on Patreon and shit where he can actually, you know what I'm saying, get his money. Anybody want to support, go fuck with the Patreon. Cause YouTube doing they doing they move. It's guidelines. I personally think it's a chess play, you know. And like he said, they demonetize his shit. And hey, you gotta work your move, man.
you think it's a
Hey,
chess
being
play by who?
like he said I said something online and we got another lady down there protesting, all of a sudden my page getting flagged and now ain't my shit down
Yeah,
soon as the museum went up. And Fat Joe did say something about soon as the museum up, all the haters come out. Bro, it's not haters. You might want to. They call people. You
Yeah,
might want to listen to them sometimes.
thank you, thank
You know
you,
what I'm saying?
everybody.
Come down from your celebrity crown sometimes and just talk to a human,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll understand because his kid is generate, bro. And like Hassan said, you got these dudes grooming the youth who was touched by him also. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And it's the thug dude who ain't nobody gonna say nothing. So all he gotta do is sprinkle some money around the poverty. Now he
Mm-hmm.
God. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now he bigger than his name because it don't take much to people in the poverty. It don't take much.
Exactly. But at the same time, Hassan was flipping because later on he established that as soon as he felt like Fat Joe was responsible for shutting this shit down on some type
Yeah.
of level. Like Fat Joe is a higher power celebrity, yeah, obviously. But and I started thinking about that too, honestly. Like, because Fat Joe, like, because people like who's that old executive that runs YouTube Music? I forgot his name, but like, there's
I'm
people
not
that you
sure.
could touch to make decisions. Definitely, if you're a high power, you would imagine, because like humans are humans. So I think it's possible that Fat Joe could have made that move and shut his
Or
shit
his
down.
team. Or his team. Like, oh, that's what's going on over there. Shut that down. Contact such and such. Boom, boom, boom. It's done. Because Hassan was making all the noise anyway. And nobody else making that noise.
Nobody making that noise, and we gotta give it to him. He did create a lane. He was one of the ones. He turned the camera on and sit there and talk, and he got himself rich. I got videos about him and certain things, whatever, and I ain't gonna take him down. You could go back and see, but at the same time, you gotta respect homie for what he did with this YouTube shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
But do you think
And
he got? There's definitely something to it when he says there's $20 million behind this museum. There ain't one person invested. There's a lot of people invested, obviously. Oh, Leo
but it
Cohen, my boy James Hudson. Yeah, Leo
okay.
Cohen, he was a music
So
exec, and he got ties with Fat Joe, but he run YouTube music.
he
So
got ties with he got some ties with some other people too. We ain't gonna get into that. I advise everybody to go watch the interview with Charlemagne and Leo Conan. And that right there tell you everything you need to know about that dude. You know
mm,
what I'm saying?
mm.
So yeah, I don't even deal with that, but $20 million in New York City ain't nothing. It's actually bro, come on. Like that's nothing.
Hmm.
That's nothing. It's cathedrals cost more than that, bro, in New York City.
Yeah, that's really nothing. It's really,
That's
but
nothing.
so I think it's kind of a reach for Hassan to be saying that and trying, but at the same time, it's not a far reach. And I would be fucking paranoid like him too. You know what I mean? But I think I made the best point because I looked at everybody else's YouTubes and reactions on this situation, but none of them mentioned about having all your eggs in one basket. Hassan was already lit. He could have been started a whole brand of this or another line of
Hmm.
this to where he's not dependent on them YouTube checks every month. You feel me? I know
Hmm.
they was fat because he gets views, but when it's coming like that, he expressed how he's buying property. You feel me?
Yeah.
He's moving up, trying to take it to the next level because he felt these checks were going to keep coming in. But then
And how,
YouTube cut off your water. That's fucked up. But when you
that's
get
fucked
to a
up.
certain level, you have to have other roles, other lines of fucking bread. You got to
But
diversify.
it's another way to diversify your portfolio inside of YouTube, right? So shout out Anton Daniels. He got his show, then he got the don't do, you know what, in the bathroom. That's a whole nother one. But what people need to get on to is that you can have multiple podcasts, different names on the same IP address. You might want to look into getting a different laptop with a different IP address. So if they shut this down, this ain't got nothing to do with this one. And this back kicking, still monetized, still going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if you get a certain level, ain't no really sneaky shit because they gonna get hip to whatever. So
But
I got
like you
to be
said, it's best to diversify in other platforms like Rumble we were talking about, and
something.
it's Patreon. Sometimes it's like AD and the no jumper. Sometimes it take it the shit hitting the fan to
Yeah,
go ahead and do it.
yeah. But I noticed they're doing their merch heavy, so that's cool. You feel me? Because like I said, YouTube they'll cut your water off if
But
that's
another thing with Hassan though, he uploads so much and he say so much that he don't know where that strike came from, bro. It couldn't have it might not have been Fat Joe. You said
yeah.
you
I
already
don't.
had a strike.
I doubt it, but at the same time, like I said, when you hear somebody say something, it's a reach, and you be like, yeah, whatever. But this shit is not really that far off of a reach. You feel me? Because
Yeah.
And really, he's smart, and you know how the way he said it make you think, because he said certain specific things that connected. You know what I mean? I ain't
Right,
gonna hold
right.
you, but at the same time, I doubt that. You know, I think, and he said what he said was the video that he did about Doggy Diamonds. Remember what he said about knocking Doggy Diamonds over, knocking him out, and taking his
Word. Oh
man.
yeah, he did. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, he did say that. He did say that. He
So
said he
that,
was playing. Yo,
so
that's
that's
wow.
what
That's crazy.
that's what he said. He said that's why his shit got shut off.
Oh yeah, because you can't because that's the R word. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Mm,
violence and the R word. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
You can't do that. You can't say that. You can't
So
say that.
that he you know, so he not stupid. He know why, but at the same time, he throwing this shit in the game.
I mean, he probably just throwing light on the museum situation also. You know what I'm saying? Colluding, but he is right. He never said nothing. Why is Doggy Diamonds putting out videos titling I know what happened and this and that, bro. He never said nothing. You never knew what happened. If only reason why you so sure you knew what happened is because you reported and flagged the video.
Mm.
That's the only reason how you would know because Hassan never said nothing this whole time.
So so wait, you saying you think Doggy Diamonds flagged the video and that's why he out of there?
Yeah, because the comment was about him, for one. For two, he put out a video when his shit got flagged saying he know what's going on, he know what Hassan gonna say. Why are you putting out this content? Because you know the dots are connecting because you the one involved. That's why you know so much.
Wow, that'll be
Yeah,
crazy to me. Is that like a form of snitching to you? What you think?
that's not. It's YouTube warfare, bro. It's YouTube warfare. It's warfare.
So that
You
ain't
know.
yeah, yeah. In this YouTube game, get grind. I'm seeing, and one day I'm gonna be
Yeah,
out there bumping heads with y'all too, homie. We up, we coming up. So
yeah.
don't worry. But have you done wrong? And like a lot of dudes, you know, I see a lot of integrity of some of these YouTubers, and I ain't gonna lie. With Hassan, he got some dirt on his shit too. You know,
I
he
mean,
got some.
nobody see, but this is the thing we need to eliminate is like everybody walking through the street squeaky clean. Like that ain't even no shit. That like,
It's not
dude, you,
possible.
I ain't got no smut on my jacket, bro. Are you a human? You know what I'm
And
saying?
those be the main ones I was getting slapped up on the yard or something
Yeah,
stupid
like
like that.
what? How you don't got no smut in life on your jacket, bro? You got to take the L's with the W's.
That's
That's smut right there.
that's true. That's true. So
Come on,
what?
stop it.
Wow. So you agree that Hassan started a lane on this YouTube shit?
No, the lane he started was the bro. What he did was real profound because it take a strong man to come out and say I was molested by a man. You know what I'm saying? And the man took care of me and I love him and then, bro, that takes strength, bro. He started that lane. As far as YouTubing, no, hell no. It's people who been doing this for
For a minute. Yeah, you're right.
years before he even thought about
That's a
touching it.
fact.
He now he is riveting. He's entertaining. You know what I'm saying? He got his
Mhm.
own lingo. He got his own following. He's with the exposing. See, a lot of that exposing come with that messy traffic, and that, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Mhm.
why they go with the names and all that. But to call out a hip
But
hop legend and say you were molested takes strength.
take strength. But you know, when I talked about the smut on his jacket, one another thing is, you know, I'm sorry to say it, but you said you was like 15 and it was still going down. You feel me? That is that's
See,
something
but
wrong.
but this the thing though when everybody say nah because they, yeah, but it's not just a sexual act at that point. It's he that's called grooming. At that point, he done cultivated. That means financially, he's relying on him. In the neighborhood, we gotta understand because he ain't the only one, and you're looking up the killers that's getting
Mhm.
touched. So
Mhm.
it ain't nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? So that'll keep you docile,
Mhm.
along with you done adopted this thug mentality. So to even say that ain't even your jacket is snatched. So that alone will make you keep that shit in. So it ain't just about the sex, bro. It can be a lot of pressures, especially when you in poverty and you taking care of your family, and that's the circumstance.
And honestly, that shouldn't matter if he touched you when you was a kid. So really, niggas should fall back from that anyway, because you know,
And that's the same argument they make with the women when they say, okay, so
yeah,
why ain't you do that? And it's
yeah,
like, bro,
yeah. That's not a good
sometimes they
argument.
comply because it's a mental thing along with the physical that's going on. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not a good argument. Yeah. So And actually, that just changed my mind on the situation. Like, because it don't matter. We saying he gay, he not gay. He got a wife and kids. Who knows? Who cares? But the whole fact is, he was molested. He was, if the shit is true about what he said, he was touched as a little boy by this man. And this dude is. We all come on. Let's not deny that. The dude is something wrong with that dude. He don't got much interviews. He don't got much interviews. We don't know too much about him. But
he never show his eyes.
How
about that one?
You know and that's saying? A big one. Yeah.
That right, show his eyes, bro. And that right there be like, oh, okay, I see what you on, bro. You them shades there for a reason.
Yeah, but at the same time, granted, he was known to be, a gang leader, so he could have, some bodies, whatever the fuck, type of guilt, type shit like that. Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying. That's why I said pressure for the environment, because it's other killers that's done got touched. So who are you? You know what I'm saying? That'll keep a lot of people mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? Especially the ones you looking up to, not your peers, killers that you looking up to.
But yeah, it's a shame. It is a shame, but we gotta accept it. We gotta analyze it, and if who's gonna do it, if Fat Joe don't at least question it. So I had a problem with him saying yeah, and when I found out, I just ignored it and I just went about my business. And I think he lied about when he found out. I think he been knew back in the day. He heard rumors about this or whatever else. So yeah, that's the issue with that situation, man. I'm not gonna go off.
And Hassan had solutions as far as we're not gonna just bitch and talk about you supporting this shit. He like, okay, some of the victims, get them jobs, get them state. You know what I'm saying? I say give them percentage. If it's based on Afrika Bambaataa, whatever section or whatever he got to do with it, get a victims. What about them? We ain't gonna just celebrate this, but then again, you get into personal and business, because there's a lot of people who do business with people who got the same jacket, and it's like, bro, it's business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's tricky.
It's business, but man, if the way they speak about hip hop, you feel me? The way we are known to look at hip hop, and in fact, Joe is the old school. You know what I mean? We got to keep some type of integrity.
How about this? If this was an allegation that it was a woman, would he stand near it?
Who knows?
Based off the heat, you know what happened when that go down.
I think Fat Joe got some connection with Zulu Nation that go way back, and
he said he did. Yeah, he said he did.
To where ain't nothing changing his brain on that subject. I think to where it's on some gangster shit, on some gang shit.
Yeah. Because we all seen him and we all know him. Like, even if it's rap or it's switch hitting, it's dudes who still riding with it, and they just even more dangerous now because they know it's true and they ready to spin behind that. Yeah.
But I ain't gonna go into the Hassan thing, but just to touch on that situation, I had to just analyze it, because it's like, man, if we don't analyze it, then who will? And I wanted Fat Joe to speak on it, because if he don't, then who will? Like I said about that. But ain't no figure that large. You got to be real brave to go in on that topip and to get into that.
That's not even a figure. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. This New York City, 20 million.
No, I'm talking about no person, like as a figure, Fat Joe. His stature. Okay. Nobody that large is gonna really want to get into that situation and speak on it. Really, I think Fat Joe is being politically correct and playing it safe.
Because it's been years. He ain't said nothing about it.
Yeah, so that's crazy as hell. But the boy Taxstone, he got convicted, but at the same time, it's like he didn't get convicted of murder when, according to the courts, he popped that thing off and somebody died and a couple people got killed. The person that died was Troy Ave's homie Banger. You know what I mean? But Taxstone actually got charged with manslaughter. So really, that boy Taxstone skated on that. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Taxstone is up on that situation. It's sad, but I'm just saying,
But not even this. It paint a bigger picture, right? Because manslaughter carries the fact that you didn't come with the intentions to murder. Because if that's the case, they would have gave you murder. So that means an altercation happened, that you defended yourself, or you didn't expect this to happen. Because if he was the aggressor, it was no way it would be manslaughter. Think about it. The aggressor don't get manslaughter, bro. It'd be the person reacting to the situation or something pop off, and you react and take somebody's life. That's manslaughter. You didn't do it by intent.
That's a good ass lawyer that's going to make it clear too for the people to see. But at the same time, whew, you know, if it was an average dude, he done. He let that thing off in the urban plot in the you know, in downtown New York City.
Yeah.
You shoot 3 people, kill 1 person. You out of here. Basically, ain't no average. So I'm sure Charlemagne and them put some money behind his lawyers and stuff. He had top-notch fucking lawyers that got him that fucking manslaughter.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
and Troy Ave saying I won, hater, but at the same time, who really won? Because I feel like the boy Tax, he like, man, he gonna be back out, man. He gonna be back out. He's not a rapper, he's a podcaster, so he's gonna be back out. He's gonna be making a lot of money doing this podcasting, and he fucking killed your homie. So I wouldn't be all celebratory, like, but Troy Ave, I guess that's his, you know, he getting his money and shit. But goddamn, I feel like I would be a little mad if I found out.
You know what this is though? This one of them situations you ever seen a fight and the dude getting washed, but he trying to act like he winning. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, but like, bro, no, we're watching. You're getting washed. You're just trying to make it seem like
you
you're
looking
not
like
winning.
Martin.
Yeah, but you still trying to fight. No, Troy, like, rest in peace to Banger.
Rest in peace to Banger. But
rest
homie, that's not a win. You went up in there. That's your boy. He got murked off. You about to go to jail on some, you know, not long, but whatever. But your boy got killed. Homie gonna be out. He already did 7, so he not looking at that much time really. And really, niggas when you in there, niggas doing them real numbers. That time that Tax got, they gonna say he's shorter than midget pussy.
Yeah, and let's do the numbers. Let's say the max is what, 11, 18.
For manslaughter, I think
it don't carry 20.
Nah.
So it's 11. It's 11 to 18. The max is 18. They're not gonna give him the max.
No.
Let's say they give him 11. That's take 6, 7 off that. He about to walk 3, 4. He home.
Coming home healthy. About to do his podcasting and
he gonna New York City. Don't you get half?
Yeah. No. Violent crimes. I'm not sure. You know, I was locked up in Cali, but I think he gonna do 85% of it though. 85.
That's Fed numbers though.
Well,
he ain't in the
80. Nah, it's you gonna do
60.
67. My bad. It's like 67 or
67.
Tripping. Yeah.
So think
if
about
I'm not
that.
Mistaken, you feel
if
me?
They give him 11 and 7 years. Is that 60? That's probably not 67%, but that's a little bit up under there.
Yeah, he's not looking at a lot of time at all for killing somebody or pulling out that thing and just letting it go in the spot. You feel me? He's not looking at that time, but at the same time, guess what? He gonna get out, and everybody gonna be like, you know. But Troy Ave is still gonna be looked at as a fucking.
The momentum is done. All that momentum Troy Ave had until this point is now about to switch. So we're gonna wait 2-3 years until Tax come out, and he gonna come out with that momentum. Because he stood up. He got a lawyer, defended himself. Let his lawyer talk. Everybody keep talking about this letter.
Your
lawyer
that was a lawyer, I think. Yeah.
Your lawyer can say anything, as long as you ain't saying you're cooperating. You know what I'm saying? Your lawyer can say anything.
Yeah, that was a lawyer that did that bullshit. But even if that ain't ratting and then they trying to say he ratting because of that, nah.
But the court spoke. The court spoke. They didn't say he went and murdered that man. They said it was manslaughter. And I think it's 2, right?
2 counts? No,
manslaughter. You know, it's different. It's different degrees of the manslaughter. You got
levels. Yeah. Look, I don't know what degree it is.
I think it's 2. You know what I'm saying? So, bro, that's crazy. I don't want to feel celebratory because somebody lost their life. You know what I'm saying? But man, it's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough. But Troy need to stop with that shit, bro. He need to stop with that. The videos, the I won.
The problem is, he's not showing no realness, and niggas want realness. He's not showing unless he don't give a fuck about his man that got murked off because of some dumbass beef that him and old boy partook in. And tell you the truth, Troy should have been smart enough to let Tax talk his little dumb shit and not get on that level with it. But no, they had to get on the tough guy fucking contest. And now the homie dead. You feel me? When that could have been taking advantage of the situation. Like you know, and I ain't gonna get on that topic, but the same thing that shit Whack did was whack as fuck. But I'm talking about on another level of, yo, let's play like this to get this money. Let's kill all this stupid shit. You know, I ain't with, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. And I ain't saying you weak or nothing. You
And
feel
he squashed beef. He had a beef with Joe Budden. He squashed that. He had a beef with Meek Mills. He squashed that. So he was
okay,
showing
you're right.
progression.
Okay,
He was showing progression.
good points. But
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like the fact that he fucking was basically the provoker of the whole shit. And when you dealing with a young Brooklyn nigga and Troy Ave, you know, his girl, his baby mama went to my same school, and he my age, is the same era. You feel me? And niggas is ignorant as fuck. And when you know, and the way, like, especially another Brooklyn dude coming at you, it's just you get fucking your brain turn red and you ready to just whatever. This nigga,
hey, them Brooklyn niggas, bro, they tough 24/7, bro. Ain't a breath not tough, bro. I'm just. But I think Troy Ave kind of took that shit and took it a little too far, bro. You was tough too much, bro. Like,
but you got to understand him, and a lot of people don't give him his credit for being that nigga different, independent nigga. My brother, you know, deal with the film industry and stuff, so he did a lot of his videos way back in the day, his beginning. This young nigga paying him back cash, you feel me, no issues. Out of his pocket, and this way he built his career on his own. Nobody else did that type of shit. Nobody.
That's real. I was a fan. I bumped the BSV volume 1 through 4. I was bumping them Jones. Yeah. So, 2012, 2011. I was bumping that shit.
And at the same time, my other point is he not one of them sucker dudes. He really was out there, really for real. Even though he come across to everybody as whatever, but the fact that he's staying the same and staying him, it should tell you that he ain't one of, you know what I mean? But hey,
nah, I'm not gonna give you that, bro. I was following the shit because I'm heavy in the culture. As soon as he got in the industry, even with his freshman cover, he was alienating himself from other people, calling people weirdos, suckers. But he didn't stop, bro.
He was the most hated for that type of dumb shit.
He was always calling somebody weird, bro. We get it, you tough, but that ain't what about that's not everything, bro.
Too much tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when shit fold, who tough? Because at the end of the day, you ain't handle your business. According to you, you gave your man the head nod. Like, bro, who are you? Fucking John Gotti? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like,
what you mean he ain't handle his business? In his brain, he took the gun from homie after homie killed his man.
Nah, you got to initiate it. You gotta handle your candle. That's like a tag team. You jumped in because you said you told your boy said he was gonna pop. This ain't a tag team. You gotta handle your candle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so why would he give Banger the heads up when Taxstone is short, just like him, they the same size. He could have just handle his business and just, like you said.
It don't matter if you Goliath. If you're beefing with him, the rule is you handle your candle. It don't give a fuck if he Andre the Giant. Hey, you been engaging with him, bro.
Well, then it goes into Taxstone because Taxstone pulling out that thing regardless, and he already said it. He popped.
I mean, they played the clips where he said if a lion and a lion, he gave forewarning and pre-warning. Hey, bro, leave me alone. And Casanova even said, I drug him to the event. It wasn't like he was coming to be no aggressor. I drug him and took him there.
Yeah. Yep. So, man, basically my point in this situation is Troy Ave, homie, I guarantee I'm telling him, whoever listened to it or whatever, if he humble himself and get on some real shit and show the pain and whatever else and stop being like, hi, hater and all this weird, like you so happy, nigga, you know what I mean? Your career gonna turn out better, but at the same time, niggas in the streets already saying you a rat because you did rat. So that's just a fact. That's just
not even the rat shit. Way before the rat shit just now coming out. Wait, if you pay attention, everybody got the fuck away from him after that shit happened. They didn't support what the fuck went on. Everybody's still supporting Tax. You got everybody getting the fuck away from him.
You right.
He got into it with Lito. Everybody who was on BSV ended up getting away from him.
Yeah, that's a fact. Manolo, that was over the song.
And 50 mad now because after he got shot in the head Christmas Eve, 50 embraced him on the pictures. This is he was ratting in.
And then he ratted. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. And niggas shot him because they knew he was going to rap. It was on some. You already know what's going on.
Come on. So
take his ass out right now before it even go. They already knew the whole situation.
Right. But what was nasty is that he went on the Breakfast Club interview trying to paint the whole Godfather movie where he hit the button and you not a gangster, and it's like, really?
It was real confusing. He was good at it, and he got some people. I know he do. He got a lot of people.
That was an Oscar
like, damn, they shot you in the head after you went out. We seen him in the club, pop letting it off, and then he over there, he drove himself to the hospital, and Niggas is like, yeah, this nigga is fucking.
He should have got an Oscar. He should have got an Oscar. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, we an official, like, you know what I mean, referee whistle. But you know, he believes that about himself. I watched his live today. Oh, he did a little short live, and he's still talking. He's still celebrating, and basically, he went at Joe Budden. Yeah, he went at Joe Budden heavy, hard. He said Joe Budden said I'm a bozo. Joe Budden said I'm acting like a bozo. He went crazy on Joe Budden. He was like, "You crackhead, dope head. I know the people that supply you and this and that and blah blah blah." But I see his plan now. What he gonna do? He gonna go the same route as all the other rats.
Yeah,
jump on YouTube and get bread.
Yeah, that's it. But you know you're a bozo and you can't. I mean, yeah, Joe probably was on drugs. But what they got to do with you ratting?
Nothing at all.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nothing
it's like.
And Joey didn't even mention that you a rat. He just said you.
And I see a few people in the industry that's kind of close to him, you know, who I kind of like. And I'm waiting for some people. I ain't gonna say no name. I ain't gonna say no names right now. I'm waiting for them to say it first.
I want to put them together because I can't break it. They don't come to mind off top.
Yeah,
so
he got a few close friends, you know.
Because now's the time to watch. Because this shit about to get funny. And I'm gonna tell you right now. You see how that 7 years flew by on me when that case. Now, Tax about to be out in a second, and you know we're gonna see what's up. That's all I'm gonna say. Hopefully, you know he do the right thing and stay his ass in the house if he gotta be super tough, man.
I mean, he was already. If you ask me, he was already 1 foot in, 1 foot out about the transition. He had friends in high places, wanted him to see and do better. You know what I'm saying? He was already there, but sometimes you got to get totally away from shit, bro. No, I'm not going to rap events. Don't call me for that.
Yeah, well, he's big enough not to be criticizing local Brooklyn rappers now. He big enough when he get out to be able to, you know, go ahead and talk about some other. Don't talk about no local Brooklyn rappers because they gonna come.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate him when he called Math Hoffa out because I watched battle rap faithfully, right? And Math was doing some crazy shit back then.
When he snuffed the dude and all that type of shit?
Nah, not even that. It's just like you beat on niggas, you snuff on niggas.
I ain't like how but then he got beat up.
When them niggas,
I didn't like that.
Nah, it wasn't even a white boy. They jumped him. They got it in. You know what I'm saying? But that's the rules. When one pop, all pop. And then you gonna go on and play victim, and that's all Tax was saying. He said, "Nigga, you from Brooklyn. You lucky you leave out there with your life. What you bitching about? This how we give it up. You give it up, don't you?"
About what? Bitching about him getting jumped?
Yeah.
Because Disaster should have gave him that head, that one-on-one shit.
Nah, that ain't how it goes.
It ain't how it go in the streets, but this is some shit to where we do business together. We supposed to have a little type of respect for each other type of shit.
Nah, this the thing though. He's saying, listen, if you go to these places where this is business, this is battle rap. Come on, bro, we can fight on the corner. But if you come here where you know dude got 2 chicks behind him, you punching on dudes, and as soon as it happened to you, you cannot say victim. Period. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, he was trying to fight though when they jumped him. They like he was just being a 6'9".
He was dazed. He was punching.
He wasn't just 6'9". You feel me? He was trying to fight.
Nah, you got to see the video where he was talking about, oh, this is wrong and this and that. He trying to play victim, trying to act like somebody did him wrong and blaming people. And it's like, bro, you got to take that L, bro, because you done gave L's. Yeah. And that's all Tax was saying. Nobody was saying that. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I respect that. But Tax always been the bully chaser.
Well, I've been watching. He turned himself to a bully though. At the same time, certain people look at him like a bully too, though. You feel me? And that's they say he's the bully chaser, but he got the image of a bully to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's the image. But a lot of people get fucked up behind that. You know what I'm saying? And it's actually honorable to be a bully chaser.
Yeah, I respect that, but I think it was Let's choice.
A lot of dudes got picks, bro. A lot of dudes got picks. That's the shit I don't be liking.
You seen what he did to Joe Button? Joe Button ain't a tough guy. You feel me? So that's bullying him. So he was
But
bullying Joe
he
Button.
said he was wrong. Didn't they get back cool? They
Yeah,
got
but
back
at the
cool.
same time, he showed attributes of a bully when it went down. He was a bully. He was bullying him. He wasn't Joe Button, or his mind. He wasn't mentally able to deal with Joe
That's what
Button.
it was. That's what
And
it was. Joe was hitting him with that mental shit.
Joe was
Yeah.
frustrating him, and then he just went crazy and went ballistic.
See, but he was rough around the edges then. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even a 1/3 into podcasting. After a while, he got it. He
So
got
you
the hang
roll
of
you
it.
rolling for Taxstone in this situation.
Yeah, I'm the
So
whole team, bro. The
Troy
whole
Abbott
team.
saying hater I won, but in your opinion, who won in this situation?
Nobody won, right? Because if Tax got kids, he was away from his kids for this long. Rest in peace to Banger, bro. His brother
Mm-hmm.
hurt, Banger mama hurt, everybody on that side hurt, and we got a rapper making videos. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that nobody won in that aspect. But when you want to play the legal court, in my opinion, the legal court, Tax won,
Mm.
and the court said he won
But
because they
it's
didn't give
Troy.
him murder.
I think Troy is being a businessman and playing to his people. You feel me? Playing to his fans who look at him as that nigga. I think they got to be, and he's got to keep that image up. I don't think he really feel like that. What
It's
you think?
over. It's over. He know it's over. But some insight, I think Tax got a chance at a appeal to get out clean flat because one of the juries was caught on the phone repeating something that the judge was saying. And the judge ruled that, after it was brought out, the judge was like, he ain't say nothing but what I said. But you're not supposed to be talking about nobody about shit. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's fishy right there. To me, that's grounds. But Troy, he know he gotta fade out. The music is ass. The content, this is all you got to talk about because what else you gonna say? Huh? Plug? Brick? What? What?
He got a couple of songs that's all right.
Yeah, but it's dance. He dancing. I noticed he doing a lot of more dancing. You better do that. You better do that dance shit.
So
You
when
better
he
do that
go to
dance shit.
jail, he's going to be in protective custody.
Why he going to jail?
Well, he didn't get sentenced yet or nothing. We don't know what's going on with his case. His case ain't started yet. His trial ain't started.
Oh, real? No, but you know what? He got on the stand and testified, so they're gonna take care of him.
They're going to take care of him. People
They're gonna
suspecting
take
that
care
he's
of him.
going to get a year more or whatever. That's what I heard, but we don't know. I'm not one of them dudes that want to be that's a lawyer trying to be a lawyer. You feel me? But
Nah, I just use common sense. This shit ain't rocket science. They
yeah,
just trying to make
You're
shit.
right about that. He's going to
You
get
know what I'm
something
saying?
if he read
Yeah.
it. He did it's a reason why he got on that stand. They promised
Right.
him things. Him.
Yeah.
He ain't a stupid. He ain't a dummy. So he went up there for a reason.
Nah,
You
this
know
shit
what I
ain't
mean?
rocket science, bro. We know what go on. We don't see if you been alive and you grown and you cognitive, you can see what's going on, bro. This
Yeah,
ain't shit ain't nothing new.
you seen it before.
Yeah, yeah.
Feel me?
This low level. This low level.
You got him dancing "Hater I Won," and then Banger got kids and all that, brothers and family, and he talking about "Hater I Won" when Banger was your homie. He's looking at it like it's bigging up the family and really like look
Nah,
how, but really
nah.
it's
If all
just
proceeds ain't going to the family, it's not doing nothing.
yeah. And your songs will be bigger, homie, if you think bigger and get off of that bullshit and think bigger. You feel me? But it's all revenge. He got some real hate for Tax, and I would too, because Tax picked me out. I'm a Brooklyn kid doing my thing, rich off of my shit, doing my thing, moving and grooving. And this dude from Brooklyn, I'm from Crown Heights. He from East New York. It's Crown Heights, then Brownsville, and East New York, right there close. You feel me? And he picking me out and talking shit about me and my music and going off on
But
me. Yeah, I
it
would be.
wasn't just the music though, man. He ain't had no picks, and Troy, you was acting crazy out here, bro. He was talking about anybody who was super bully, super tough. And then what happened? And then Troy got into it with my son. You know what I'm saying? He was going at it with everybody, trying to call
Both of
everybody
them get
weird.
into it with each other, but at the same time, like, yeah, with the my son situation, my son,
And
luckily,
my son
and
was
my
on some
son's from the
honorable shit
Bronx.
back then.
My son's from the Bronx. That's way up there. I'm just talking like these two dudes, and I'm like, why this dude pick me out? You feel me? And then he going crazy talking about they got on some super tough shit. They wasn't just talking about the music at one point, and it got weird, and then they link up, and then now I'm facing this, and this nigga going to jail for this. It's like, why would you even pick me out? That's the hate I think Troy got in his shit. Like, why the fuck did you start this dumb shit? You feel me? So,
See, but that's the thing though. You're lying to yourself if you even ask that question, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hate when people don't know the question that you asking the question that you know the answer to already, nigga. You know why he picked you out. You know why y'all was close. And let's be honest, it's some shit that went on and happened. He don't just go down the book and say, "Oh, Trey, poop, let's go." No, no. It was reasoning, and you know, and even okay, the shit came out. He was like, "You got beat up." He talking to Tax, about you got beat up in jail by such and such. Tax is like, "Yeah, I did, but I beat him up too." So
Casanova.
you get what I'm saying? Like, he ain't just he's showing humility at the same time, but being fair across the board. And you
Yeah.
talking about why you picked me, bro? You come on, bro.
But let that be a good example for niggas though. And this, we already know how the hood hate the hood. You know, in your own hood, be your worst enemies. Somebody should have been smart enough to be like, yo, you know what I mean? But no, they both crashed out, and it's the results. And
They
somebody
didn't both
died.
crash out, bro.
Somebody died.
The court said manslaughter, which means he
Tax
did
didn't
not
crash.
intend to
So
do
you're
it.
saying Tax didn't crash out?
The court didn't say
Okay.
he crashed out, because if they did, they would have said murder. Murder one. Premeditated murder. That's crashing out. Premeditated murder is crashing out. But if I
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
an event and
You
I'm
got
just
a point.
protecting myself and some shit pop off and I bang, 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 hey, get off me. How am I no. Just don't come to me with violence and you won't receive it.
So you're saying Tax did not crash out in this situation when he could have
No.
threw hands
I
instead
mean,
of.
listen, for Troy to testify, cameras, testimony from witnesses, and they come up with manslaughter, there's no way he crashed out.
Yeah.
Crashing out is premeditated, or I'm going to look for you, which is premeditated, and or if I bump into you in an event, I'm a shoot you. Ain't gonna be no what's up. I just jump on your ass. That's premeditated murder. That's crashing out. But if I respond to an altercation, that's not crashing out.
Wow.
That's playing chess. You jump my pawn, I'm jumping your shit. But you can't tell me I can't jump you with my horse or my knight
I don't know.
or
I
my
think
queen.
Tax would disagree because he the one that's in the can right now. See,
Nah,
look, even Mr. Smith Smut Juice, he said Tax
I
crashed.
get his perspective. I get his perspective, but he not thinking about it from the court standpoint. If they said manslaughter, that means you didn't intend to cause harm. See, you can defend yourself and catch manslaughter
But
because
there's
they say
levels of crashing out, my boy. There's
not
levels of crashing
manslaughter too,
because
not man too.
if you land in the can for over a dime, that's crashing out. When you
That's
could have
crashing out.
really, you feel me? So he did crash out. Now it's a different level. He could have came in there, been the aggressor, the one that seen the dude pull it out, shot him in the head, and shot whoever else. Yeah, that's another level of crashing out, and he would have been gone forever. But when somebody approach you with aggression and you pull out the thing and start letting it off, that's kind of crashing out. You could have just
Nah.
went and came from the shoulders on the big homie got beat up or whatever
Mm,
else. Then whatever else. I
nah.
know that the culture of y'all young boys ain't none of that. But
Nah.
you with the court too.
But nah, it even my grandma. My grandma used to tell me, if you slap somebody, you can't tell them how to respond. Motherfucker can pull a hammer out and crack you. They can pull out a shovel and crack. You can't tell them how to respond. You should not initiate anything, because if I slap you and you shoot me in the head, I can't be mad. Well, you can't say, "Oh no, we're just slapping."
Okay, you
No, no,
can't
no,
be
no, no.
mad, but is that not crashing?
No, that's not crashing. That's protecting my image. That's protecting my future. Because listen, he lost time in the courts, but he gained time in life because they didn't give him life. He's coming home. They listen, when they sentence him, they giving him a date. Crashing out is not never getting a date. If you got to go to court and stand your defense, and plus COVID kind of pushed a lot of that shit back. This would have been popped up and been done and over with. You know what I'm saying? But it played in his favor, because the more time he sat, the more equity he gained when he won the case. So it's actually chess. Sometimes you got to take a step back to move forward, and it'll look like I'm crashing out because you taking pawns and pieces. But when the chessboard is clear, I won. Checkmate.
Because really, in my brain, Tax won. Tax is gonna come out if he do his thing in the can or whatever. Don't get in nothing or whatever else. He gonna come out healthy. He gonna have his podcast life. He gonna get a lot of bread. Troy gonna be
Integrity in check.
integrity in check. Troy Ave gonna be looked at as the way he looked at, and he gonna be on YouTube or whatever, getting his little money. But at the same time, Troy know, you know what I mean? He know he ratted. He
And
know
let's
he
be
got
honest. Was Troy taking advantage 100% of the time and opportunity, him being out, putting out quality music? Yes or no?
Say that again.
Was Troy Ave taking advantage while this whole time being out of putting out quality music?
Some people would consider. I think his fans would think so because his sales didn't go down; they stayed, and they
Well, they would
increased.
be lying because he never really dropped shit until recently. You know what I'm saying? He been on the low. He ain't really been dropping shit. He been dropping singles here and there, but not nothing to carry
No,
no momentum. And it's been 6, 7 years. Why you ain't been putting in no work? I think your own conscience been eating at you. If you ask me, it ain't the same, and it
or
don't
maybe
feel the
he's
same.
making more money by doing these singles, and that's another way of just
So if
getting.
that's the case, you wouldn't have to be messy with I one. You just go make your money.
Mhm.
Niggas who making money don't have to dwell in the ha ha shit. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, he's definitely in major denial. He's
And
yelling
Rolling
out
Loud just
one. You lost your homie, and you labeled as a rat, and he's yelling out one on one. Well, in his brain, I think he feel like right now, because he got his house, his money, his mom, he out, everything good. But I don't know, is he that selfish and not realize your homie got killed in this situation, and you yelling you won. You know what I mean? Just that alone, I don't even got to explain no more. But in the long run, we'll see, and it's gonna be ugly for the boy, man. And I
what
don't like none of
about
this shit
what
because I'm
about what NBA YoungBoy said? He said we squashing beef. Didn't he publicly say I want to squash beef? Why can't you say that, Troy? Hey, look, lives was lost. I'm done. Let's squash beef. I'm about to go and make my money and do my thing. Why still play on this? And you got people, family watching, and still got to rekindle this moment every time you
Troy
drop a
got
song.
some hate in his heart, and I could understand it because now he labeled as a rat, like I said. Now his man is dead, all over this stupid situation. There wasn't even no street shit, no big, gang shit, no drug shit type of shit. Not saying any reason for anybody to die, but I'm just saying this is some dumbass, stupid ass shit, tweets, people talking shit, just don't make no kind of sense at all that it even happened. You feel me? It's the most unfortunate shit in the world, and I hope everybody around the world learn from this dumbass shit. All these tweets, you should be able to. These niggas need thicker skin too, man.
And
Once
when you a true quarterback, you don't put your wide receiver in the middle of the field with no coverage. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. But when you thinking off ego and your image and your career, you sacrifice people, and this what happened.
homie said we want people to stay loyal to the street code, formal street dudes. I don't want nobody to do nothing, but I'm just saying basically how they gonna look at Troy Ave, Mr. Powder, Mr. Just all he talk
I'll say
about is
this:
hustling and
be
drug
loyal
dealing.
to your family and your kids, bro, and everything else trickles down from there. You know what I'm saying?
Period. I'm not looking at Troy to do that. I don't care. That's him. You feel me? But I'm saying we already know it's obvious how people how he labeled because he did do that. That's what he did. So that's how it is. That's what it is.
And
And
if
we
I'm a
not
lion,
taking
I
it.
ain't gonna tell my homie go pop on him. I'm gonna say, nah, you got kids, you got family, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Chill.
I
Go
would.
finish your shit.
I would definitely express some guilt on that situation. He said it so proudly. I told Banger, yeah, I gave him the head nod type of shit. You feel me? And then the boy ended up dead. Like you ain't know. Oh, I guess he thought because he couldn't get no things in, or he didn't try it. He didn't have the clout to
Yeah,
whatever.
but never underestimate your opponent. That's bro. Never underestimate your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
He
He
could have
thought
he could have had a
X was
knife on him.
lacking because he was lacking.
What if he backed out of Excalibur? It would have been the same shit. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Some shing. What? Damn.
Starts cutting niggas in half.
What?
Woo-wee.
You
Yeah,
can't.
bad.
Hey, and you talk street shit, so you should have known what come with that. What approaching somebody and getting violent.
The crazy part is he said, "You approaching me, I'm clapping." That's a quote that he says, and that not a quote, but he said something to that effect. And it's a famous thing out there. Tax said, "If you come at me, I'm pulling out and I'm clapping up. Does that help his case or something? I wonder if they brought
No,
that up.
I told you they played that. They played the interview on Vlad where they said if two lions meet, one of them is gonna die. Don't bump. He said don't, bro. You know what happened when two lions clash? Somebody's leaving the fuck
Oh,
up out
but
of
they
here.
didn't play the one where he said, "If you approaching me, ain't no fighting. I'm pulling out and I'm shooting
They
everybody."
probably did, but even with that, that could be a general statement. Anybody who tests fall in the category, it's a blank statement. If you put your name there, you put your name there.
hmm Well, I think manslaughter was appropriate, and we all know that they didn't mean to be. He didn't, you know what I mean? But it got like that because it got like that. But yeah,
You can kill somebody defending yourself. That's manslaughter. That's you know what I'm saying.
and Banger is a big, physically big ass dude. He's paid to protect, so obviously he's big. Feel
The
me?
max for manslaughter is 25 years. Tax could get all of that. I
I
don't think
doubt
that's
that.
in, not in New York.
Not yeah, I doubt
It's
that.
different everywhere you
Look it
go.
up.
It's different.
Somebody, but no, and he gonna be out. He got the best. When you gotta realize, and then Charlemagne got a big interest in his release, and Charlemagne got a lot of money. You feel me? So he has the best lawyers and all that, obviously. And this difference, people put ourselves with other people. You gotta realize the money that he got behind him. That's why he was able to prove to
It's
the
not
people
the
that was
money though. It's
manslaughter.
not the money though, because a lot of people who get in the same situation got friends with money. It's the actual relationships that he have with these people that make him ride with him. You know what I'm saying? That's deeper more than anything. A lot of people who got money, but are they gonna support you through a trial? They pay for your lawyer. Hell fucking no. But if you got a relationship and they know what type of your quality and they know who you is,
No, but
they'll
that's why
support.
it is relationships, and even in the judicial system with the lawyers and the judges, and that's why certain lawyers cost more because they got these relationships with judges and relationships.
Yeah, that
It's
too. That
all
too.
relationships, homie, but
Yeah.
it's these people cost more bread, my boy. That's a fact, and that's why I think even with Tory Lanez on this appeal thing, he might have some action. But right now, whew, that man going through it. But um, it's gonna be fucked up when Troy got to. I think Troy gonna have to go in. Eventually, he's gonna have to go in for something for a minute because he
Oh, you
let
talking
that
about
thing off on camera.
okay, I know what the dude talk about in that comment. I remember that dude who got a bunch of like 100 years. I remember him. Say it's the same judge, but it don't fit under the same quality. That was like a RICO racketeering charge. This is a manslaughter conviction. It's not gonna be 100 years at all. He won't even get no close to 11. I don't think.
But he might be right about the 25 max. But we'll look that up. But
Yeah, yeah,
he
we'll
not
look that up.
he definitely not getting that. Come on now. Like I said, Brad, money.
Manslaughter don't carry 25. 25 years is life. Manslaughter don't carry life. It's guidelines to this shit.
hmm
Yeah, manslaughter don't carry life. And
I
you've been
didn't think
doing
so
six,
either.
7.
I
Nah,
never
hell
heard of
no.
that.
Hell no. And you've been doing 6, 7 years. That's gonna count. That's gonna count. And they gonna give you. It ain't the feds. They gonna give you that 67% time too, which is gonna cut a little bit more off. You know what I'm
hmm
saying?
He
Good
gonna hop.
time. You could looking on parole. You could be looking at parole.
He gonna hop right out of there. You already know he gonna hop out of there. He gonna be making a lot of money in this with this situation. Like it's crazy because when you in it, but I'm sure he know that he. I feel like he know he's set up to be good. Like basically, if he
I,
stay alive,
he sleep,
all you gotta do is stay alive.
bro. He done more time in there than he got before he about to get out, bro. And that right there make you lose sleep knowing, oh my
Man,
goodness. But sentencing is sentencing. They gonna take whatever they give them. They gonna take that 6, 7 years off top of that time.
you already know.
That's sentencing right there. So
So man,
when that roll around, we gonna be covering that sentencing.
yeah, and my boy Mr. Smut Juice, he seemed like a Troy Ave fan. I ain't hating, you feel me?
I'm a Troy Ave fan, but wrong is wrong and right is right, bro. We ain't about to do that.
And
Manslaughter
the way
second
we
degree
came
is.
up,
I'm gonna
unfortunately,
research that.
our brain is ignorant and we looked at Troy as a certain dude. That's why we like this music. And then when we see him on the stand, it is what it is, homie. Ain't no changing that. Ain't no like to be. We still, I ain't nobody want him dead or nothing. Nobody want to see him hurt. But at the
Nah,
same time, it's like, damn, you feel me? It's kind of hurts the fans, the people that that fuck with him. You feel me?
yeah,
Yeah.
people showing, yeah.
So that's why he got to get a job that's going to make a lot of money, and that's what he going to do.
Right, that's restitution. That's shit you gonna owe in the courts. But
Mm-hmm.
from what I've heard and what I've been covering, the judge kind of liked Tax. You know what I'm saying? He said he liked his style. You know what I'm saying? He just understood he got caught up in a bad situation. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The judge ain't been looking and treating him and talking to him like no stone cold blooded murderer. So you know,
He said,
hey,
"No, sir. I've been to trial. I've been to trial too, homie.
yeah, we what you like?
We've been to trial, but
It's got. Is he? Are you in New York?
yeah. Let me see. Let me put up the number if you want to call up and
Yeah,
shit,
call up.
because we like your point of view. You got a lot to say. You teaching us, putting us on the game. You blow, you're gonna get served unless you're a pillar in your community. What makes you a pillar? Money. Because you got to have money to
Connections.
donate to these these
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
all that type of shit.
Charities.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
and not only that, the contributions to when you come to the Congress and all that type of shit, they look out for people that contribute to they campaigns. Everybody's human. Humans are
Right.
human. So if you could touch the governor, whoever, if you got enough money, period, it's easy. You got money, contribute to their campaign, then they looking out for you. As long as you ain't illegal, obviously.
Hey, so listen, Mr. Smut Juice. So how you're saying is, you basically trying to say Tax looking at 25 years and he's a convicted felon, and if he's violent and all that, so they gonna bake him. I personally don't think they're gonna bake him. I don't think it carries that much time. You can be right, I could be wrong. You
I
know,
don't. I
but
think he's gonna do 3 more years at the most. Mark my word. He's gonna do like 3 more years at the most. He already got 7 in the bag. He's gonna do 3 more at the most. Get that dime piece, and he's gonna be back out making bread. But he got to pay that restitution for sure. They ain't
yeah,
letting you get away with that. You feel me?
but
But
that ain't nothing but a contract away. You probably got contracts on the table. You can take that whole contract percentage. Boom, there you go. Well, let me get to this.
he
You
got
know what
people
I'm
in high power. He
saying?
got people in high power to help him out with that. Obviously,
Yeah.
because
And personally, I used to watch Tax Season every
me
fucking
too.
week, bro. I
Me
was a
too.
big fan of Tax Season, so I'm
He
ready for that to be
entertaining,
back.
like he very entertaining. They took him down. You
What?
got to pay for him now. You ain't gonna find him
What?
on YouTube, but he very
What?
entertaining.
See,
You'll
and I
find
first
the
heard
AR
about him.
after.
I follow Charlemagne podcast, The Brilliant Idiots, and they had him on there the first episode, and that's where he told the story about squeezing the girl button, and the whole John. So ever since then, his shit cracked off, bro.
He said 3 years. He said
For
Sean
what?
did 10 and ain't killed nobody. Yeah, but his charge was the same. It was a man. I think he got manslaughter or something. That's just
Nah. Okay, tempted. He got attempted. He got attempt.
attempt murder. That's worse. You feel me? And that's worse, homie. So you gotta understand what's going on, my man. He gonna be out, homie. Trust me.
Did,
Sean
did,
had the best lawyers, homie. Well, not really. Sean complained
was
about
Sean
Diddy
convicted
turned
of
his back on him.
manslaughter, or was Sean convicted of attempted murder?
I don't know. Somebody gotta help me out with that. Or I should
Yeah,
have a
cause
secretary, but I'm gonna try to look it up. But
yeah, and then and
because
then plus a lot of people threw him up under the bus with that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
A lot of people threw him up under the bus.
but we can agree he was charged with either manslaughter or attempted murder. Now, manslaughter is the same thing as what he got. He already been in there 7 years. He got the best
Yeah.
lawyers.
So either way.
He got long history. Nah, but the difference is Shine talked about how Diddy turned his back on him with as far as the lawyer fees and as far as keeping them straight. So, but your boy, I believe, because I know now it's different from back then. Now a lot of people getting a lot of money, and Tax got a lot of friends that make a lot of
See,
money,
but
including
Sean
Charlie.
didn't understand that legally Diddy couldn't stand next to him and support him in this case because they would have known if he was supporting. They said, "Look, bro, you gonna do you. You gotta get your ass. You can't support him and support you at the same time."
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, though. And it was different times. Yeah, it was different time. Now it's a different time. These dudes get money. They got a lot of power. Charlemagne alone is his homie, and Charlemagne expressed how he's still looking out for him.
Yeah,
So
Charlemagne said he got his back. Anything he need, he got him. So, and
yeah,
I
so
noticed every time Troy came to the Breakfast Club, Charlemagne was not there, bro. He ain't even engaged with that.
So Sean did okay, assault and reckless endangerment. All right, I think that's a lesser charge. I think that's what he's referring to. We'll look it up, but I don't know. But I'm gonna just tell you, I think he's gonna he's gonna do at least he's probably gonna do like 3 or 4 more years, man. We could bet on it, whatever, and that's it. I know I'm believe what I'm gonna believe, and you can believe what you're gonna believe, and we're gonna see what happens. Because when he gets sentenced, y'all know the date?
That's what I'm about to find out. I'm about to do my due diligence soon and find all that out. You know what I'm saying? I might do a video. We'll see, but I'm gonna do my research, man.
Oh yeah, because when he gets sentenced, if it's a lot going on, we're gonna definitely be going live talking about. Sean got 10 years for assault and reckless endangerment and possession of a legal weapon. But remember my point about Sean not having the same legal representation level as
this is the thing with the language. Assault implies intent. Manslaughter does not imply intent. You know what I'm saying? Assault and that's intentions to assault. Manslaughter is not intending. Because if that's the case, why didn't they just give him assault or murder?
Yeah. You're right.
Why not? Why not? Why? Why would they let him walk out without premeditated murder or murder on the table?
It's a lot of factors involved, but like I said, even with money,
you got the person who was involved testified. It ain't like both parties gone. He said everything that happened, and the jury still said that was manslaughter.
Yep. You feel me? Money makes things different. Not only money, he's a public figure. He's a ghetto boy. He represents a reforming. He went to prison system and became a star. He got all kind of things playing in his. You got to understand that, and the lawyer's going to make the people see all that type of shit. And the boy, I'm telling you, he's going to be back out before we know it, man. I'm telling you, because it's logical thinking. This man is successful. He's fucking got a good, important job, and a lot of people listen to him. What judge is going to be like, throw this motherfucker away? He's nothing but a gangbanger or nothing. But you got to understand, that's just how it go down. The lawyers make that known, and they'll make it. You know what I mean? So it's different when you're a figure, and it should be like that. You feel me?
But I mean, for somebody to get killed and you have somebody testify against you, and they still hit you with manslaughter, says a lot in your favor. It says a lot in your favor, bro. That's a lot of factors. That's a lot of factors that easily get the common man murder. You know what I'm saying? But he got good representation. The judge said he liked how he carried himself. He liked his style. So apparently he doing something right, bro.
Troy Ave in denial, dancing around saying, "Hater, I won. Hater, I won."
I seen it. I didn't even think it was real. I read the title. I'm like, I won. I'm like, is this a poster? This is a video. I'm like, yo, this dude right here, bro. He just don't stop, bro. He just don't stop, bro. But I would sign my catalog over to the family estate. Like I told Gunna, go buy me a ranch, get some chickens, some cows, and get the fuck out the way, bro. Because you got bro.
But what if the homie is kind of right, and then Tax get hit with like another 15 on top of what he did? That'll be 27. But I'm just saying, like 17 years. So, whatever. Then would Troy be able to say I won? I don't think it's possible based on his charges and based on what I mean. They can't.
Troy can't win regardless of how much time Tax get because your integrity is gone, bro.
Everybody
know what you did. So and especially when they see it's a difference being a rat. A ratatouille is a ratatouille, but I've seen when some people rat on the people who people don't like, they kind of let them come back in the chin. But people love Tax. So once you do that to somebody they love, it's like, nah, you can't come back around here, bro. And why would you even want to? Because they done shot you in the head.
Man.
Come on.
Sad situation. Two Brooklyn boys, you feel me, going at each other's neck over over nothing.
It ain't over nothing. It's over two lions clad. We see it in nature all the time. Two grizzly bears walk past each other. Hey, somebody better chill. It happens all the time, bro. Ego, this and that.
Yeah, but man, I'm just like, I'm distraught about this situation. I ain't gonna lie. Neither one of these niggas won. You feel me?
Yeah.
They both did.
I don't care about Troy. Personally, I like Tax personality with the tax season shit, but I feel more for a Banger family and everything because
for sure.
I know how that shit is when you lose a loved one.
A real one that's had nothing to do with the situation, but just holding it down, being real.
And let's be honest, Banger wasn't a weasel. He was loyal to a weasel, bro.
That's what I'm. Yeah. Well,
come on.
Obviously he wasn't a weasel. I don't think he was a real one. He was one of the ones. So, and look at the love he get from the person that he, that Troy should have been made all kind of shit dedicated to him and did all, you know, and been
What?
speaking on how
A
sad and
album,
fucked up he is.
a
But nothing.
album, the
All
whole
you see is
nothing.
him doing is dancing around. You feel me? You know what I mean? But shout out to on another note, that boy YFN Lucci. He said, "I ain't." Did he rat already or not?
No, they no King Earner, shout out King Earner. Go, he got the paperwork on his Instagram. Go check it out. No, there's no working going on.
So YFN Lucci, it's clear.
What's happened with the YFN Lucci is that the feds is so much on thug ass that they hear what's going on. So no different from when they come to 6ix9ine and say, "Hey, they played a video recording of them talking about how they gonna come and kidnap him and do shit to him and the whole John." They do the same shit to Lucci, right? But everything that the thug been transgressing against them, supposedly the feds been hearing it. They've been hearing it.
So it ain't his fault.
It ain't his fault.
It's because of YSL slipping, really, basically.
Think about this. They been on thug, so it's nothing that Lucci could have even said or did now or prior. They been on him before Lucci even started beefing with him. No, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say it kicked off right when the beef kicked, like right when that beef kicked off. They've been on your ass ever since, and that's years ago, bro. That's years ago.
I fuck with YFN Lucci because, you know, I had to re-download his music. He was like, "Fuck that! I ain't taking no stand. I ain't testifying. Fuck y'all." Hey, I fuck with that. I'm sorry. So shout out to YFN Lucci. This case is sticky, and he probably sitting there laughing at all these YSL members that's ratting and like folding. He probably laughing at them like, wow.
Hey,
but what kind of time?
I know though.
Anyway, my bad.
You said what? What kind of time he what?
He facing? Oh yeah, he got that murder shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got some shit with your. Allegedly, that might be your homeboy, bro. So you might want to do some soul searching and stay the fuck out. You know, like, bro.
But when you getting that in the county or whatever, yeah, if the enemy's coming and the word is this and that, that's just how it is. You feel me? Like even like that's just how it is. They the ops.
Niggas don't want to lose that war. That's all. Nigga do not want to lose that war, bro. Sometimes it's a lose-lose, bro. Ain't nobody winning this shit.
Bro. Man, this shit is sticky as fuck. Ain't never been nothing like this. Like them, yo. And I was watching Nori. He was saying how they took slime, and I remember when he started slime. But now, when you hear that word slime, them boys down south took it. Them boys, and it means something else to you. They was really the shit we hearing, man. And I still don't want to say. Only thing is I don't think Thug really was that dude that was behind all the dumb shit. I believe everybody was doing their own shit in the name of this, in the name of slime, and and trying to get their name out. I don't think.
Listen, for his case in this trial, I'm gonna say you're right.
Yeah, but that's how I feel. You feel me?
But I'm gonna say this hypothetically: if he wasn't in this trial, I'm gonna say you're wrong, bro. You wrong, bro.
Nah, man, because you gotta understand, everybody, these dudes is grown men, they got their own head, they got their own, they know who the ops is, they know what's up, whatever else. But when they get bagged up, that'll be the scapegoat when you got a gang leader type of shit.
Okay, I'm gonna say this then. You right, but Rollo said I was shooting at Thug was shooting at me. I was shooting at. He ain't say he.
Yeah, but that don't got nothing to do with giving out orders and shit.
But what I'm saying is, if you would give it up here, who is it to give it up there? And this dude actually applying pressure because he's actually shooting at me. So what is it to shoot at somebody who ain't applying pressure on me?
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't shit to throw something at somebody who ain't fucking with me. You got this dude over here who actually gunning at me.
Yeah, but with YFN Lucci, he just refused to take the stand. How his boys looking? How's the YFN? What's going on? Did somebody tell on the host from YFN?
Nah, they just recently they got him from you know. Apparently, what they were saying was 4 people was in the car with guns going to go do something, and somebody in the car ended up getting shot. They said by friendly fire. So,
but then they jumped the body out.
Yeah, they dumped the body and kept it going, and then they tried to like stage some shit, bro. But you gotta understand, forensics is a bitch, bro. You better have that shit already thought out before you do some stupid shit. You can't do no shit like that on sporadic and think you about to say, oh yeah. Nah. You say he was in the car, so why does bullet trajectory look like it coming from in the car? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to answer for shit like that, bro.
Hold up. My bad. I gotta put the picture up.
I'm about to say, what the fuck? That's your twin?
I know.
Oh, remove.
What's this nigga got
Yeah, my
twins?
bad. But hold up, because this shit is real, and I gotta respect that shit. Because nowadays Atlanta was looking shaky, and YFN just brought that shit back with that one move. He was like, "Yo, it's a
Nah, the shit
real
about to
vibe."
transition. To be honest, the vibe and the wave done left Atlanta. Let's be honest, man. Like we
But why though? Why? Because
because naturally
Douglas ain't around,
10
and
years. No, it ain't no one individual. You get 10. Some people get 15. You get 10 years and it jump coast. It
yeah,
jump
that
areas.
you're right. But that Douglas shit induced the because they were you saying so you're saying YSL was dying down
Nah,
when
it's not YSL. Is a spoke in the wheel. The wheel was breaking down. That was just a spoke. You get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
everybody was getting old. It wasn't enough new artists to come in to take over. Like Future and them already solidified, so that shit don't even count. But for the most part, New York had 10 years, LA
Mhm.
had 10, Atlanta had 10. Plus, it's time to go somewhere. And I was going Midwest, back
Nah, but I'm talking
Midwest.
about as far as gangster music and all that type of shit.
Yeah, it's not even
Because for
called
them,
gangster music no more. It's called drill.
yeah, but drill Thug wasn't doing drill.
Nah,
YSL, you know what I mean? And even like it's certain artists that still out that don't, you know what I mean, that wouldn't be considered drill. That's still gangster music, like 21 Savage and certain people, you know what I mean? So now Gunna made a song and he put it out. Academics had a snippet of it. And I'm sitting there like, damn, this nigga was so nice. If he didn't rat, it'd been over. I'm listening to it like, this motherfucker mad. You know what I mean? But my point is like that it's not drill, it was that Atlanta sound, and YSL was a big
yeah,
part of it. And Duggar was one of the main ones, you feel me?
nah. YSL wasn't a part of it, bro. Young Thug had a part in it. YSL popped up because he was dying down. He was a smart man to say, let me rebrand and throw all these YSL niggas out in the industry. But to be honest, nobody stick and hit like he did. And he was dying down, bro.
Uh-huh.
He was dying down. That
Yeah,
YS,
yeah,
yeah,
right.
nah,
For
nah.
sure, for sure. Mr. Smut Juice, my bad. He said, yeah, I understand all that. You know, they allegedly he did that, you know what I mean? But I'm just speaking on him not taking the trial if he claimed he one of them ones or whatever else. And he's
Yeah,
actually showing that when he's facing, he realized he's facing the rest of his life in jail. And he probably could have took the stand and said, made up some shit and got off, tell you the truth. But he
facts.
said, nah, I ain't doing that. And you know, he got some honor in him. So I gotta
But let's
show
be honest though. I mean, apparently motherfuckers been shooting at your mama and your mama house. So you had plenty of opportunities to say, hold on. I'm saying, nah, I wave a white flag, but nah, you been going. I guess he gonna see it all the way through.
You saying with YFN? Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. And like I said, you know, when you involved in that life, we ain't know he's a young knucklehead. He may look old, but he a young boy and he older now, whatever. But when you're involved in that life, you stupid. But imagine you getting some shit like that, shooting at the ops, your man get killed, and he in the car, but you know you can't take him to the hospital. He already dead. So what else? What you gonna do with him? You ain't gonna go cut his body up and get rid of it. That's some shit, some next level shit. But what the fuck? Like they wasn't thinking at the time. If this
yeah.
happened allegedly, they threw the body out and got on. Like man, he already dead.
I
Like
know a sto-
what
I
you
know
want
a
me to
story
do?
like that personally happened in my neighborhood when I was growing up. I was about like 16, 17, some shit like that happened. They
Yeah.
go on a ride and they go on a ride, end up shooting boy in the back of the head by accident. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
I don't think they dumped body, but it's just like fuck.
Yeah,
What
but
can you?
that's fucked up. He talking about the fact that I'm dumping the body, but
Yeah, dumping the body
and
is
when
crazy.
it comes to alternative, it's like what we all go to jail now. You feel me? Instead of like he was on the run for a minute, he was able to get his affairs in order to do all the type of shit and turn himself in. If we turn this body in right now and take him in, he already dead. How is that helping anything? Type of shit. Sorry to say, but it sounds fucked up. But I'm just saying, like,
But sometimes it's not about helping the situation. It's about honor at that point. You know what I'm saying? If it's your brother, you don't leave your brother, right?
nah, ain't no leaving him, but he's dead. Leave the body to be discovered by the
Nah,
proper.
fuck that. That man, listen, that ain't no soldiers. Soldiers, when they brother drop, they go get them, and they die going to go get them. Ain't no we came with them. We're leaving with them. I don't give a
I
fuck.
feel you.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
then another thing, they wasn't thinking right. You feel me? They
Nah,
wasn't thinking
that's
right out
panicking. That's adrenaline and panic, bro. That's all that is.
and off them drugs or whatever the fuck they was on, because you know they was on something. You feel me? So yeah, it do. When I first heard it, let me recall, my reaction was, damn, these niggas is foul. That's fucked up. My first reaction was, nah, you drop your homie off and throw him out the car and pull and swerved off. You know what I mean? Not like I know anything about that war zone life, that crazy ass shit like that. But at the same time, you think about it, it's like I couldn't leave. I was thinking my first reaction was, nah, I can.
See,
That
but
was
that's a bunch of young men who don't know gun training, bro. Like it's a thing called fanning when you're dealing with guns and shit. You don't fan nobody, bro. So wherever you pointing this gun, you got to make sure ain't nobody in this vicinity, bro. You don't fan.
so. I'm
So
sorry, I'm confused because you kept saying that, but I didn't really realize. So somebody in the car shot his boy. Basically, they shot.
basically, yes, because
I
y'all
thought
not.
it was the
Yeah,
enemy that shot him, and then they.
no, 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 no. I said friendly fire. You know what I'm saying? So y'all fanning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, with the Draco that you couldn't handle, something spraying, something that was spraying and it
But it
couldn't
don't
handle.
take much. It take an inch. If he ain't leaning up this way or leaning back that way, that's all it take. That's all it take, bro.
So that's even worse to be friendly fire and then dump him off. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, because when I first seen Lucci, I thought he was just a dab. Like this motherfucker's a damn savage gangster, nigga. All right, fuck your hoe and pay your bill. Oh no, let me stop. But
Hey, it
like,
tore the city apart too, man, because people got to pick a side. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, you gotta pick a side. But I'm just going off the actions of the what they like. That
Yeah,
shit is
panicking,
crazy.
bro. That's just straight panicking. Niggas is like, what the? Get him out, get him out. Go, go. Niggas, nigga don't know
That's the
what.
thing, but whose fault is that when you got somebody in the car that you about to go handle some real shit and you don't know if he's a panicker or not, and then you lose your man behind that bullshit. You feel me?
I'm gonna tell niggas straight up, hey yo, bro, this bitch bust. You better get the fuck away from me. You get what I'm saying? Don't be nowhere near this shit. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
but you
saying?
know how you know how these little niggas be shaped and shit. You feel me? They be like the new niggas. These niggas is crack baby shape, homie. I'm sorry to say. You feel me? And it's like they can't handle no damn Drake half the time, especially when they off them perks,
Nah,
they off them Zans, homie, and shit
nah.
like that.
And turn to the side while the car moving. And nah, you ain't disciplined, bro. A lot of these dudes don't even go to the shooting range, bro. So it's like, yeah, you right.
And the guns get bigger and they get more powerful.
And they getting
Niggas
faster.
get more smaller. It seems like it's happening. You feel
It's
me?
faster.
I seen a little boy, 4 years old with the Draco. Now I'm playing. He
You
was 20
stupid.
something, but he was shaped like he was 4. It was crazy. Like these niggas can't handle them type of things. So that was fucked up. I didn't realize that it was friendly fire. I swear to God, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
friendly
they was
fire.
riding, sliding on the ops, and the ops killed one of their mans. They threw him out the car because he was dead already, and they kept it pushing, kept it moving.
Nah, because they saying this dude got found in this neighborhood where the shots went off at. He not from this neighborhood. Why is he dead laying right here? You know what I'm
Sad,
saying?
sad story. And I know the
Yeah.
family, they mad as fuck at they ain't fucking with Lucci for that. Once that information came out, they was like, "What? God damn, homie." Feel me?
Hey, when you a soldier, casualties happen, bro. I mean, once you pledge and you a soldier, shit like this happens. It's okay. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's okay. Keep it pushing, bro. Keep it
Man,
pushing.
but hey,
You be surprised in the military how many of our soldiers die from friendly fire. It happens,
yeah, you right, you right.
and they train. You know what I'm saying?
They train like friendly fire. What town is Hurricane Chris from? Let's go into that because I used to fuck
Hurricane
on it. But
Chris
wait,
is
I'm sorry, EST. Let's get to these comments, then we'll get into the Hurricane Chris shit. All things that go wrong should be discussed before 2 or more dudes go do some possible life changing shit. That's what we got to get into as black men and just as men in general.
if we
What
gonna
is
already do it, we might as well.
how are we going to play it? What'd you say?
If we gonna already do it, we might as well. Might as well talk about it. Hey, bro, we already about to do this shit. Why not talk about it?
Because that's life changing shit, and
Yeah, it's
really
life changing shit.
for real. So that's a fact. And shout out to you, homie, for the. He said I was done with these youngsters once they started going live and telling anyone. That really started in Chicago, and that shit was some hella entertaining shit. I'm sorry, I'm fucked up, and they be talking to each other, straight ops talking to each
See,
other.
but let me tell you what that is. A lot of the elders don't know what that is, right? They
What's that?
let me see. Should I say this?
Say
I'm
it.
gonna say this. Hypothetically, they call it teeing up, right? And teeing up is basically, let's say, when you and your enemy get on live and talk. Now, sometimes people who ain't disciplined in the art of warfare show how we beefing, but it's examples of people getting online who beefing, who you would think they best friends.
So
Yeah,
what's the benefit of that though? Why do they do that?
that's the culture. Now I don't condone it, but I know the culture, and I say, oh, this teeing up. They just it's kind of like a face off before the boxing match, right?
Hmm.
That's what it is. It's a face off before the boxing match. So
Wow,
yeah. So we gonna get on there and we gonna be like, yeah, what's going on, bro? Yeah, you cool?
these
Yeah, you
youngsters
know,
on some other
yeah.
shit, oh boy.
And just sit here and talk and look at each other and just, don't let nobody know we beef and chill. Don't yell. We just gonna have a conversation. We already at war. The
Man,
diplomats do it.
that's a trip, boy. I didn't really realize that, but I did notice how they do it. Tex
Yeah,
could have beat the case and gotten a mistrial if he stayed in the scene and played the self-defense. Yeah. If he didn't try to
yeah,
bounce and all that, you're definitely right about that. It would have
yeah,
helped him out a lot. But what
yeah.
this nigga Hurricane Chris, he I used to fuck with him a little bit back in the day. He had that A baby, but I really why because my team in San Diego, we was trying to book him. It was either out of him and Bootsy and that little nigga. What's his name? The nigga that we ended up booking. I don't even remember his name. He had the song Twerks. Damn, I forgot his fucking name. But I'll remember it in a minute. Uh, Hurricane Tris, he was more like a teeny bopper type of dude in my eye. You feel me?
Hmm.
You fucked with him?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, now that I look at it, he ain't that young. He wasn't that young. You know what I'm saying? He 30 plus. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he had more than A Bay. He had some hits. Everybody know Hurricane Chris had some songs on the radio. You
Definitely
know what
was
I'm saying?
talented, and he knew how to spit that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Feel
yeah.
me?
But it ain't surprising when you want to diversify your portfolio, you got to go back to the streets. He from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you got to go back there amongst the common folk and you was just ex-celebrity, you got to kind of, hopefully it's self-defense and he come on a mistrial. I don't want, respect the vote to the people who lost a
No,
loved one, but
he was just found not guilty.
oh word,
Yeah, you don't know what happened. He
I know
basically
you.
some dudes was trying to rob his car allegedly, and he was like, "Leave my car." They ain't listening. Where is he from? He from I thought he
He
was
from
from.
Shreveport. He from
Okay,
Shreveport,
okay.
Louisiana.
And basically he blew him away. He was on the trial for that shit forever, but he just beat it. He just beat the trial. You feel me? So I'm just saying like his gun must have been his, and it's a beautiful thing that he's able to do that because that's the type of situation where I'm looking at like okay, I feel like that's reasonable. He said homie was reaching for his thing that was trying to take his car. He ended up reaching, and that's when Hurricane Chris shot him.
Well, what
Now, the thing was, he shot him 6 times. So a lot of people was like, what the fuck? But he ended up, you know what I mean?
it's called neutralizing the threat. But look, in North Carolina, if I'm sitting in my car and you going to reach my motherfucking door handle, my car is just like it just became my house. So I'm able to shoot through that door or do whatever I got to do to protect myself. So
Mm.
in different places, you can't go to people's car doors and try to take and rob. No, that they can kill you, bro.
So you
Same way with the
saying basically
workplace in North Carolina. If you
just
run in my
touching the
workplace,
car, you saying his ass
yeah,
could
aggression, trying to enter. If you're trying to enter or break a entering, nigga get to throw something at you.
mm. So I think I actually want to hear the Vlad. It's a little short thing where before when he was facing the trial,
Okay.
but and then we'll listen to the end of it when he just beat the trial.
Well, number one, before I ask,
I don't want to hear Vlad voice though. This nigga.
is that whole situation worked out or is it ongoing?
It's an ongoing case.
Oh
It's an
wait, so he
ongoing
don't get
case.
into
Yes, the case is
Hold on.
awaiting trial to be set.
Okay.
He looked
All
mad
right. Well,
young.
then let me approach this a little bit differently then. Okay.
Shreveport.
And you don't have to comment on
Shreveport.
this because,
That's
like
right.
you said, this is an ongoing case. But I'm going to just read from the reports. So on June 19th, 2020, there was a situation that the police said happened at a Texaco convenience store where, according to you, a man
Pop,
tried
lock,
to, I
and
guess,
drop
rob
it.
your car,
The nigga that sung Pop, Lock, and
and
Drop It.
you shot
That
in
was a nigga we
self-defense.
booked.
That don't
Baby
make
Huey.
that don't even make sense.
No, his name ain't.
You just said two different things. If somebody is robbing a car, how is it self-defense? That's two different things. So you gotta. I'm the only person who can tell you, what happened.
Okay. He ain't
A
gonna
verdict
say
was
what
reached in the second-degree murder trial of Shreveport rapper Hurricane Chris. Good evening. I'm Jackie Jovic.
Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Dan Jovic. The jury reached the verdict about 1 hour ago. They find Christopher Dooley not guilty on all counts. It is our top story this evening. Dooley was accused of killing 32-year-old Danzaria Ferris Jr.
Back in June of 2020, Ferris was shot several times at a Texaco gas station on Hearn Avenue. Dooley was also charged with illegal possession of a Mercedes, which was one of the elements connected to the slaying. NBC6 cameras were the only ones
That
there
wasn't
as
his
Hurricane Chris
Mercedes.
and his attorney left the courtroom tonight.
Do you have any response to the outcome?
Thank Jesus.
We're excited. We're proud of the jury. Finally, a jury that had the courage to say that it's not guilty. Everybody in Shreveport is not guilty. And this system is flawed.
Thank you for correcting me, but you heard how he just said it too. It sounded like we say Shreveport, but
Yeah.
it's Shreveport. I'm talking to the homie there.
We have poor investigations. In this case, it was a poor investigation that has affected Mr. Dooley's life since 2020. So I appreciate the courage of the community to say no, say not guilty.
Now, our crews waited to speak to prosecutors about the verdict, but never saw the group leave the courthouse while we were there.
Now, I just want to say, because I don't give a damn, you got every other coach able to use their weapon lethally and get off. They're looked at as a human being. People, the jury and the judge, put themselves in their shoes, I guess. And this is one of them rare occasions where you got a young black male, protecting what was his and his possession and and that's it. And you can't go taking stuff. You might end up dead. So shout out to that. But I'm just like, damn, he shot the man 6 times too.
Hey, this is America. You got the right to protect yourself and neutralize the threat.
Damn, hope he came off real aggressive with that.
Hey, I be getting tired of motherfuckers be trying to rob somebody. Why you shoot him so much? What? Why did he rob? Why did he try to do what he did? What you mean? Like,
Why did he rob so much?
Yeah, why are you trying to rob my car? Like,
and then wouldn't stop when I say, hey, stop. Because really, if he seen Chris come out and say anything, you supposed to run, get the hell on, get the fuck out of there. But were you so bold? I'm sorry, whatever. I don't know. I know you got families and all that, but like, was he so bold to not bounce and be like, fuck you, nigga, I'm taking, you know what I mean?
see, that's tricky right there, though. That's tricky where if he was coming out of a place and the dude was trying to get in his car, I don't know how that would rock here. I think you would have to kind of be in your car and for somebody trying to enter it. But if you coming out and they trying to get in and take off, I don't think you can, because you would endanger other people. But sound like he said he was in his shit, or did he say he was coming out of a store?
It sounded like he was trying to. Well, Chris said he was trying to break into his shit.
Okay.
Hold up. Let me
After
see.
the fatal incident, Christopher Dooley, also known as Hurricane Chris, was
My bad,
acquitted of a fatal shooting in a Shreveport gas station parking lot. Tonight, we're hearing from families of both sides who squared off inside a Caddo courtroom. It was certainly an emotional week for both families, Dooley family and the family of Danzaria Ferris, who were stunned by this week's acquittal by a jury. KSLA News 12's Alexandria Savage, the only reporter inside the courtroom throughout this trial, and you've stayed in close contact with both families.
Absolutely. I was there for most of the testimony. We heard from multiple states' witnesses, and we heard from a couple of witnesses from the defense's side as well, Dooley being one of those witnesses. Here's the story. A case of self-defense.
I knew he was fearing for his life, so he would never pull a gun if he was not
Now 34-year-old Shreveport native Christopher Dooley, better known as Hurricane Chris, shot 32-year-old Danzaria Ferris Jr. at this former Texaco station on Hollywood Avenue in Shreveport.
I was really, like I said, disappointed. I was somewhat mad, but not angry, because to me, I felt like justice was not served.
Mother of the deceased Ferris says she and her family are trying to move forward following the not guilty verdict. Two mothers, two families forever changed after their sons had a brief encounter.
I got the phone call and I rushed to the scene. At first, I didn't know.
The Shreveport rapper known as Hurricane Chris is charged with second-degree murder. Shreveport police say 31-year-old Christopher Dooley was arrested for fatally shooting a man outside of a gas station early this morning. Police were called to the Texaco on Hollywood Avenue just after 1 a.m. Officers found a man who had been shot multiple times. He was taken to Oshner LSU Health, where he died from his injuries. Investigators say Dooley made claims of self-defense after an alleged struggle over his vehicle. But detectives say the surveillance video shows Dooley did not act in self-defense, and the vehicle was actually reported stolen out of Texas.
That's the part. The vehicle was actually stolen. Homie was a little gangster though, but he got off though.
Yeah, that's a little mixy right there. That's a little Mickey tricky right there. Hey, but if it's my stolen car, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe you don't know the detail. You don't know what happened behind that. He a well-known rapper. Somebody could have sold him a stolen car.
Right.
Because he's Hurricane Chris, and they know he got the cash on that type of shit.
Right.
So that's a whole nother situation.
See, but what I don't like is when the mothers don't say, "Listen, I don't condone what they saying my son did." You know what I'm saying? You got to say that, man. Stop trying to always play victim, man. Some people got the right to protect themselves now. Come on, you can't condone the bad shit. You can't say that. You can't.
What
do
is she saying? He wasn't actually trying to rob his car. He just got shot at all that time for nothing. Like, come on.
But she know what the police saying he did. Come on, you got to say, listen, I'm not saying he did it, but if based off what they saying he did, I don't condone that.
When you're in certain hoods or certain areas, everybody knows, they'll fuck around, kill me over here. You play. Like, you just know, like, in the back of your head, even the homies talk like, nigga, they gonna blow your head over you do some stupid. That's just how it is. So you think it's a joke, but it's when it actually happens, it's like, oh, no, you trying to rob somebody's car, homie. You trying to rob somebody's car.
I know, and let me tell you a story. I know a dude who, young boy, he was 17 when he went to go hit a lick. Motherfucking owner in there with a whole blower. Hit him in the back. Now he paralyzed. 17, 18.
And the sad part is he lucky he alive too.
You lucky you alive.
He paralyzed.
Because
really, imagine like if I got an establishment, somebody run up in there, they not leave. I'm trying to take you out, period. I'm gonna blow your top off because I don't even want you alive running around with thoughts that you could run in my spot and it's all great. Just anything, just to come in somebody's establishment, you got to be ready to die unless you a fucking fool.
But anybody who doing that is for temporary income, bro. It ain't gonna last long. It ain't worth. You know what I'm saying? It's just some money. You ain't gonna have that money by the end of the month, bro.
Yeah,
so don't even fuck with that.
It's reckless. It's stupid. It's what a lot of young kids do. That's why a lot of young kids end up getting killed.
And either way, it would have been bad for him because if the car was stolen, you stole a stolen car, you would have had to pay for it. It would have been bad either way. You would have had your life, but it would have been bad either way.
Nah, he would have took that thing right to his shop and got his little couple thousand for it. And
true. True. Hey.
But
you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn. Hurricane Chris, like my man said, I think he do need to put out an album. And hey, he kind of old now, so I don't know what he gonna get on, but and don't get on no gang shit or nothing either. But I think he talented enough to do some shit. Do a love song for the females, for the ladies.
See, but they're not in the music no more. They into the image and everything that come with that. And there's plenty of good dudes who make good music. They don't want to hear that shit.
They don't want to hear it. But you look at OGs like even Lil Flip. I seen some new shit with him. Mac 10. I seen some shit with him. The internet is so big. Like you could do your little shit.
Oh no, you right. You got your supporters. You got your supporters.
I see a lot of OGs coming back.
Hey, your boy who you said from St. Louis pop lock and drop it. I think he got killed.
Was it Hugh? No, he didn't get killed.
He didn't?
His name was Jay Dig. Not Jay. It was like something. Hold on, let me look it up. He didn't get killed. He's still alive. Because if he got killed, I would definitely know about that.
That dance was ridiculous, bro.
I think you're right about Huey though. Yeah, Huey.
That's his name?
Yeah, but was that the nigga that we booked? Hold on, let me see one thing. That's crazy as fuck. But Hurricane Chris was in the list that of the person that we was gonna book. He was one of the niggas. That's crazy as hell.
He had some bangers, and he brought the ladies out back then. Let's not say that, bro. We can't forget that. Hurricane Chris had the girls when he came out.
Hey, my bad. It's my nigga Sherrod. Hey, what's that nigga? Because I remember when we was trying to do that show in San Diego, it was 3 people that was on the list. Bootsy was one of them. Hurricane Chris, I think, was one of them. But who did you actually book? Who we actually booked?
Huey.
Oh, it was Huey. It was Huey. Pop Lock and Drop It. Yeah, that was Huey. Yeah, shout out to Huey. Hey, I'm gonna call you right back. That's my nigga. He don't like this internet shit, bro.
Hey, you might want to follow up on that because I think one of them dudes was killed in a drive-by, bro, a couple years ago.
Huey ain't dead. I don't think Huey's still alive. I would have known. I would have definitely known.
Okay. Let me see. That might not be him though. That might not be him, but I think that might be, bro. It was somebody from St. Louis who had some shit back. It might not have been the Pop Lock and Drop It dude.
Yeah,
that dance was ridiculous though.
But you know damn well it could have been because St. Louis, them dudes is dropping bodies left and right. But
facts.
Sad situations. But you know, another one. Anything else you want to speak on before we get out of here?
Nah, man, we touched the content, man. That's all we here for, man.
Yeah, we definitely did. Yo, appreciate my peoples. Stay down with us and help us grow. Like and subscribe, all that great shit. And we gonna keep the content coming. And guess what? More inquiring minds coming in, more interesting people. Shout out to everybody that looked at that roster, Chris. When I see the comments and the more views coming on that, we gonna get some more shit like that popping. So stay tuned. You feel me? EST. Like and sub, and you're gonna see more of them checkmate videos too.
Bet.
Or EST. But shout out to everybody. We love y'all. Peace.
We out.